You ever notice how some people seem to level up financially, almost by accident, while others stay stuck for years, even though they work just as hard? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your income might not be controlled by your talent, or your education, or even your work ethic. It might be controlled by the people you spend the most time with. Not because they're bad people, not because they want you to fail, but because every social circle has an invisible ceiling. And if nobody around you thinks bigger, earns bigger, or dreams bigger, eventually you stop believing bigger is possible too. Today, I want to tell you a story about a guy named Marcus. Because what happened to him happens to millions of people without them
No
ever
way,
realizing
that's
it.
hilarious.
Marcus was smart. Not genius-level smart, but disciplined, reliable, hardworking. The kind of guy every boss loves.
As we can see from the data, our strategy has been very effective.
He worked a stable 9-to-5 job, made decent money, paid his bills on time, and did everything society told him to do. And every Friday night, he met up with the same group of friends he'd known since high school. Same bar, same
You won't
jokes,
believe what just happened.
same conversations.
Yeah, you have to tell us.
At first, Marcus loved it. It felt comfortable, safe, familiar. But over time, something strange started happening. Whenever Marcus talked about starting a business, someone laughed. Bro, everybody says they want to start a business. When he mentioned investing, man, that stuff is basically gambling. When he talked about reading books on money or success, you're overthinking life. And eventually, Marcus stopped bringing those things up. Not because he stopped wanting more, but because nobody around him could relate to the version of him that wanted to grow. That's the dangerous part about social circles. Most limitations don't sound negative. They sound normal. They sound practical. They sound realistic. And realistic advice from average people can quietly kill extraordinary potential. One day, Marcus met an older entrepreneur at a coffee shop. Nothing dramatic happened. The guy simply asked him one question. What do your friends talk about when they get together? Marcus laughed and said, mostly sports, work complaints, and random drama. Then the entrepreneur asked, how often do they talk about ideas, opportunities, investments, or building something bigger? Marcus went silent because the answer was almost never. And in that moment, Marcus realized something painful. He had spent years inside an environment where growth was treated like fantasy. Here's what nobody tells you. Human beings unconsciously adapt to the expectations of their environment. If everyone around you believes wealthy people are lucky, you'll hesitate to pursue wealth. If your circle normalizes debt, you'll normalize debt. If your friends mock ambition, eventually you'll shrink your ambition to fit in. Because deep down, people fear social rejection more than financial struggle. That's why changing your environment is often more powerful than changing your strategy. You don't need 500 successful friends. You just need proximity to people who think differently. People who inspire action instead of insecurity. People who challenge your excuses instead of validating them. And this doesn't mean abandoning old friends or acting superior. It simply means recognizing this truth. The people around you influence what feels possible. Marcus slowly started changing what he consumed. Different podcasts, different books, different conversations. He attended networking events where he knew nobody. At first, it felt uncomfortable. But then, something unexpected happened. For the first time in his life, he met people who talked openly about business ideas, investments, multiple income streams, building freedom, and creating wealth. And suddenly, success stopped feeling mythical. It started feeling normal. Within 2 years, Marcus launched a side business that eventually replaced his full-time income. Not because he magically became smarter, but because his environment finally supported the future he wanted. So